like to call to order the April 17th board meeting. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Ms. Hiller.
Mr. Ansler?
Here.
Mr. Dappler?
Here.
Mrs. Getter?
Yes.
Mr. Mallory?
Here.
Mrs. Dees?
Here.
Ms. McGowan? No, we only have, okay. Mr. Prince?
Here.
And Mrs. Stocker? Here. Dr. Blessing?
Present.
And Mr. Homan?
Here. Do I have a motion to approve opening meeting items C through H? So moved.
Second.
First by Chris, second by Jason. And then we'll start with item C, adoption of the agenda. Any questions on items C through F? Okay, we will move on to recognition of citizen, staff, and students. Mr. Ainsworth?
Yes, sir. Our Miamisburg Schools March District Student of the Month is Mound Intermediate School student Michael Cormelia. Michael was nominated by his special area teachers Jennifer Christensen, Don Beller, Scott Toadvine, Brett McMichael, and Marlena Pross. They said the special area teachers at Mound Elementary would like to nominate Michael for District Student of the Month to represent Miamisburg Schools for purposeful people value of cooperation. Michael is a quiet, easygoing student who works well with others and works hard without complaint on any task he's given. In STEM class, he can be counted on to maintain the peace in his group while also working hard to accomplish any challenge that is presented with. No matter what Michael is presented with or who his teammates are, he never complains. He just cheerfully enjoys both his classmates and working toward his goals. He truly exemplifies the term cooperation, especially when it comes to STEM class. In music class, Michael listens attentively and offers thoughtful responses that encourage the class toward the shared goal of music making. Regardless of the activity, Michael values others' opinions. During library, Michael is attentive during his group time and follows expectations the rest of the time. He participates in class discussions and will help when it is needed. In art class, Michael is not only a talented artist, but he also is a great example of a student leader who does the right thing, even when no one is looking. He is very respectful to everyone he encounters at Mound, whether it's his students, his teachers, or other adults in the building. Michael's positive attitude makes him a great role model when it comes to cooperating with fellow Vikings. Michael is an extremely hardworking and committed PE student. Regardless of the activity or group he is put on, he never complains or makes excuses. Instead of focusing on his best and working those around him to help his team in class do their best. He exemplifies cooperation in PE class. As you can see, Michael exemplifies the word cooperation. He displays his characteristic in all of his specials, and his positive attitude brightens up every class he attends. He is an asset to Miamisburg Schools, and we are fortunate to have him at Mound. So congratulations, Michael, for your continued success at Mound and being the Student of the Month.
He was unable to attend this evening, so we'll stop over to Mound and give him his award. Thank you.
Next on recognition of citizen staff and students would be the Miamisburg High School Jazz Quartet that has nicely entered everybody into the meeting here tonight. And Mr. Aylward, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Is there a button there?
It's not working.
Try this one right there.
Speak really loud. Really loud. Hello?
You better set it up.
There. All right. Hi, everybody. So I'm Steve Aylward. I'm the band director. Thanks for letting us come out tonight. I just wanted to make a real quick, just when I approached the administration about having us out, a lot of folks in our world, obviously they see the marching band in the fall, and the amount of times I get approached like, hey, what are you doing for the rest of the year? Like they just think our year ends at the end of the football season. And we have things going around year round. Obviously, if you come to the basketball game, you see the pep band. We have our WINS program, which just came in 4th at the WGI competition last week, and our Winter Guard, which was 6th in the highest division 2 weekends ago. One of the things we do is part of our school day is we have our Wind Symphony, which is our top concert band, and they all do in the winter a solo and ensemble event. We had about 30 events go up to Vandalia back in February, and I wanted one of these groups, one of our best ones, to come and play for you, our saxophone quartet. I'll do a quick plug, and I also want to reference these guys because they do an outstanding job. We did a recital. I do want to shout out Mrs. Getter and Mrs. Neese actually joined us that day back in February. It was really cool that you guys were able to join us, and I want to show our appreciation for you. But from the right, this is Kyle Collerig. Kyle plays the alto sax. He is also a member of DI, and they're going to Globals next month. And he's going to Wright State next year, majoring in music. Next to him is John Price. John also plays the alto. He's a senior. He's going to Olivet Nazarene in Illinois. Is that correct, John? Yeah. All right, and he is studying mechanical engineering. Yeah, you nailed it. John is also a starter on the boys varsity soccer team. So again, well-rounded kid. Next to him is Oakley Onslinger. Oakley is a junior. She's playing the tenor saxophone, and she is also a member of the Winter Guard and is an incredible dancer if you've ever had a chance to see her with the Guard. And then next to her is Vincent Hammond. Vincent is a senior going to Cedarville next year studying, molecular biology? Yeah. All right. And Vincent was also has been a 4-year varsity golf team member on top of doing all of the stuff. And they're just going to play for you the song that they got a superior rating with back at the event. It's called the Maple Leaf Rag, which is it's an arrangement of an early jazz piece from about a little over 100 years ago. Take it away, guys.
Next, we got Staff Appreciation Week. It is recommended that the Board of Education recognize week of May 5th through 9th, 2025 as Staff Appreciation Week with the following proclamation. Staff Appreciation Week proclamation. Whereas the entire Miamisburg City School staff makes our school an excellent place for students to learn, and whereas the Miamisburg staff works to open students' minds to ideas, knowledge, and dreams, and whereas the Miamisburg staff fills many roles as listeners, role models, motivators, and mentors, and whereas the Miamisburg staff continues to influence students in their future endeavors long after graduation, and therefore be it resolved that Miamisburg Board of Education hereby proclaim that the week of May 5th through May 9th, 2025 as Staff Appreciation Week. Next, we have a retiree. They were not able to make it tonight, but we have a resolution of appreciation for Deb Kelly. Whereas Deb Kelly has rendered 28 and 1/2 years service to the Miamisburg City Schools, and whereas Deb Kelly's performance, conduct, and sincerity in carrying out her duties has exemplified the highest level of achievement, and whereas Deb Kelly has distinguished herself as a substitute food service employee and satellite kitchen manager in the Miamisburg City School District. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Miamisburg City School Board of Education pass this resolution as a token of its appreciation for her outstanding conduct, and that such resolution become part of the permanent minutes of said board meeting on April 17th, 2025. Thank you, Deb Kelly, for 28 years. That is great. And next is the approval of the meetings. So, roll call.
Mr. Dackler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Yes. Mr. Mowry?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Ainsworth?
Yes.
Okay, next we have public comments. We do have one green sheet. Each person who wishes to address the board shall complete the green sheet prior to the meeting. People talking should name their address and their name. Each person is allotted 3 minutes to speak. So, with only one, we have Sandra Coe.
It's good, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sandy Coe. You only call me Sandra if you're upset, but that's okay. My mother used to call me Sandra Marie. Sandy Coe, 1921 Cudgel Drive. My own children, who are 44 and almost 43, graduated from Miamisburg, and I have an 11-year-old fifth grade granddaughter at kinder who I'm very proud of, and her 9-year-old brother who goes to JCIS, which I can't get used to saying, Jane Chance. I'm here just to talk a little bit about change and communication. Looks like we're making another big change in Miamisburg with a new superintendent coming on. Last year we had the change with the new format in our K through 5 schools. No one likes change, but I feel change can help us get better and grow and learn more things about ourselves and about what we're interested in. Communication in is important all the time. I wish there'd been a little bit more communication with our staff at our buildings and our central office. Everybody had their own opinion on how things were going to go this year. Some people felt safe, other people were a little reserved and just needed to see how things were going to go. And sometimes just somebody stopping by and saying, hey Sandy, how'd your day go today? Or, you know, giving some input, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. what went well, what didn't go well, how can we change, how can we, make things better. And I think that communication is especially going to be important with a new superintendent coming on. He or she, I think, needs to be out there so people can communicate with he or she and between the staff. And there's so much that we don't know with money issues for education. I'm really concerned about that because my grandson is autistic, so he's a special needs, and I worry about what's going to be available in money. And you have to have money to run a business, and we are a business. So things are up in the air from the state, from the federal government, and I think if we communicate and talk with each other,
30
and
seconds.
Sorry.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
You're good.
Oh, 30 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think if we can just keep communicating and talking to each other, not trying to hide things, just be out there so that people know what's going on. If we're not going to get money, then we're not going to get money. So we have to come up with some ideas to change so that we can sustain a year, for this year, or next year. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to move on to adoption, revision of board policy. Do I have a motion to approve the included policies from the winter update?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Getter? Yes. Mr. Mowry?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Hansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dazzler?
Yes. Next, we have an additional item to approve for the winter update. It is the staff security. Do I have a motion to approve the staff security policy?
I move to approve the staff security policies.
I second.
Roll call?
Mr. Mowry?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Hansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dazzler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Yes.
Before we move on, thank you for reworking that language. We all put a lot of effort into reviewing that, and I appreciate everything you did.
Yep, little language tweak there that involves the board if anything needs to be approved. We want staff to be safe if there's any threat. Next, we got board discussion. We will be getting a presentation from our board reps.
Just an overview.
Yeah.
Yes.
We tested all these, I promise.
Sophia, okay. Maddie and Asos are seniors, which means they'll be moving on next year, so we had to go out and interview some interested students who could possibly replace them on the board. We had 13 applicants in total sign up. Is that right? That wasn't 13. We had 13 applicants sign up, and they were from a pool of current freshmen and current sophomores. Let's just say it was a very, very talented group. It was kind of eye-opening actually to see all the commitment and enthusiasm these students have that are in our everyday buildings and everyday lives. I pass by them every day and I didn't even know they were so involved. It was definitely really nice getting to meet everyone. The interviews went amazing. Our first hard decision was trying to cut down that 13 pool to just in half to around 6 applicants. And in doing so, we gave them right before spring break kind of like a performance task. They needed to give some new methods and some ways to implement teacher voice into the board meetings. So they were instructed to create a 10 to 20 minute, or they were allotted 20 minutes in total. And in that 20 minutes, they were instructed to create a presentation about their implementations, the time it would take to implement, so the schedule for implementation, some limitations, benefits. Let's just say the presentations were phenomenal. We had one the first day, and we had the rest the second day. Everyone did amazing. Everyone was professional. It was definitely a hard decision. I remember sitting with Mrs. Getter and Mrs. Neese, and we were kind of discussing through the presentations, and we were just so, taken back a little bit by, how well they were able to create these presentations. And to be honest, they were given like 2 weeks, a week and a half. So the fact that they did that within that allotted time was amazing. So then here's our second huge decision. We have to break these now 6 phenomenal applicants into now 2. And so after some discussion and after we went and talked about their interviews and the presentations, so current freshman Catherine Chapman and current sophomore Addison Dudley were chosen to go ahead and, carry on the legacy of Maddie and Asosa on the school board. So we're very excited. Sophia and I hand-delivered Addison's note to her yesterday. She did read it out loud to the class, and everyone was very supportive, so that was really awesome. We plan to give, you guys get perfect. Catherine got hers today as well, so everyone's all excited. Everyone around the board is excited, and we're excited to see the great things they'll accomplish.
Thanks for all your time you spent interviewing. That was a lot, My microphone's not working. Okay.
We're going to call it technical difficulty today. Thank you, guys. We are going to move on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion for the approval of consent items, agenda items A through I?
I move to approve the consent items A through I.
Second. First by Ian, second by Chris. We will start at the top. Any comments or questions on the 3 trips that are shown here? Got approval overnight extended stay, some business as usual. Things are starting to move around, things are happening. Oh, then we got C as early graduation, class of 25. D is approval of the mini grants. There's a lot of great mini grants. It's something we do every single year. The board matches half, and who does it? The Education Foundation puts in so much money, and teachers apply and have to present, and they also do a nice presentation for us before a board meeting on what got approved. So,
Stacy,
Yes, sir.
want to say anything in regards to that?
No, we had great proposals. The foundation subcommittee met, and this is one of their favorite parts of being on the foundation, is reviewing the innovation and the creativity that the teachers put forth. We have representation from all the buildings, receiving grants. Great.
awesome. Item E is approval of instruction materials. Do we have any comments?
Just language arts, right, Stacy, K through 12.
K through 12 language arts, and we have world language, segregated world language.
And remember, the elementary adoption materials are all vetted through the state of Ohio because we can only select certain materials based on the science of reading component.
And the next is the school calendar. Does anybody have any comments? Any major changes? Nothing major?
No.
Still have to come.
Correct.
Then G is approval of the school year calendar revision. And then H,
That was just including the early, the late starts at the high school for next year.
H is updates to all the student handbooks from every level, elementary, middle school, and high school.
So any updated legislation, Ohio Revised Code, those have been added. And just, we ask each level to review and make sure that all of the items in there are current and all the practices are currently in place.
And we got a memorandum with the University of Dayton. Item I.
For student teaching members?
No, so that, we are looking up to have a psychologist intern be placed with us for next year. It will be grant supported, and this memorandum of understanding is just our agreement with the University of Dayton to host that school psychologist intern.
Great, roll call?
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Abstain. Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Next, we're going to move on to human resources. Got a few things separated, so we're going to go each line here. Do I have a motion to approve the personnel report certificated, part 1?
So moved.
I second it.
Roll call?
Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter?
Yes.
Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Move on to part 2. Do I have a motion for personnel reports certified, part 2?
I move for the copy of approval of personnel reports, certificated part 2.
A second.
Roll call?
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Abstain. Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
And Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Next, do I have a motion for the approval of personnel reports classified?
So moved.
I second it.
Roll call?
Mrs. Getter? Yes. Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes. Item D. Do I have a motion for the approval of personnel reports supplemental stipend, certified and classified?
I move to approve the personnel report for the supplemental stipend certificated classified.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Ansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Ms. Getter? Yes.
Next, we're going to move on to agreements and contracts. Do I have a motion for items A through D on agreements and contracts?
So moved.
I second it.
Okay. Start with item A there. Approval of agreement with Mobile Health Services.
So we're required each year that the Board of Education approves our vendor that will perform our T8 physicals. And so Mobile Health is one that we've used in the last several years. They're a local company out of Washington Township, and they serve multiple school districts, and their pricing is extremely reasonable instead of going through bigger entities and hospitals and places like that. And they will actually come on site here and do the physicals at the end of the school year, and when we have to do the random drug testings that we're required to do, they come on site here to the transportation department.
Item B, the negotiated agreement with the Teamsters. Sounds like we got a great deal with the Teamsters Union. And everything.
Yes, 2-year contract. We have Tish with us this evening. She's one of the negotiation members, and so yeah, 2-year contract, and it will take effect for the next school year, 25-26. Great sessions, and did a lot of interest-based bargaining for not only our employees but also for the district and our students. So thank you.
Awesome. Item C, agreement with Bonefish Systems.
So that is a financial system that is used by Miamisburg. It has been, so we're going to continue that for another 3 years. That is basically an electronic payroll audit system as well as a vendor audit system. Make sure that you're in compliance with not paying someone twice, paying someone that isn't registered. It keeps sort of an audit through the process all year long.
And we got an agreement with Dayton Christian Schools.
So this agreement, in the past, we've done a 3-year agreement with them. What they would use, Harmon Field is their home football field. And so they're in the process of building their own stadium, so they just need 1 more year with us. They are very good partners with us, and we kind of help each other out when we need things. So really no changes in the agreement except the term of the agreement, so.
That wraps up agreements and contracts. Roll call.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Mr. Amsler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Yes. Mr. Mauer?
Yes.
Next, we're going to move on to financial agenda items. Do I have a motion for financial items A through C?
I move we approve items A through C, financial items.
I second it.
First by Nyla, second by Ann. Ms. Katrina?
All right, item A is the approval of transfers for school fees waived. This is a process that Miamisburg takes to get these taken care of. Item B is authorization for amendment to the appropriations and certificate of estimated resources. That is a monthly item that has to be taken care of and procedural. Item C is the acceptance of the official fiscal year 2024 auditor's report. This report came out, I think, April 8th, actually. It is 189 pages there for you to read. What I'm going to do is navigate you to page 8, which is the important page. That's the page that is a summary of auditor's results. Basically, just a real quick rundown of this page is, were there any material weaknesses? Were there any significant deficiencies? Were there any reported material noncompliance? Were there any material weaknesses, internal controls, significant deficiencies, internal control, major compliance opinions? Were there any findings? All of these answers are no. There are no noted findings for federal grants or for our general funds. So those are the 2 important pages of this 189-page document. But if you have any questions in regards to that, just let me know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you.
Roll call.
Mr. Amsler?
Yes.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter? Yes. Mr. Mowry?
Yes.
And Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
Next, we're going to move on to the acceptance of donations. Do I have a motion for the approval of the donations?
I move for the acceptance of donation.
Second.
We got $2,000 from the Miamisburg Rotary Club to Miamisburg City Schools Community Connections, $1,500 to Destination Imagine, Rotary Club to the Miamisburg City Schools. Communication Connections got $1,500. Destination Imagination got $500. Riften Mobile Standard from Lindsay Brewer to Maddox Lane Preschool. iPod with a GoPro. Yeah, software from Bob and Angie Neubauer to Miamisburg High School. Roll call.
Mr. Dappler?
Yes.
Mrs. Getter?
Yes.
Mr. Mowry?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese?
Yes.
And Mr. Amsler?
Yes.
Excellent. We are on to reports. And we will start with Miss Molly.
Hi, I'm going to have to read this off my phone because my printer died of boring death today, so it is what it is, and I will email my report tomorrow. But CTC is kind of in the same boat that you guys are. It's busy end of the year stuff, so there's lots of invitations for you. They've had a very exciting year. They have 1,935 student applicants, and all the letters have gone out for first choice, second choices, waiting list. So kids should be pretty excited to be getting options and what's coming up for the next year. The top 5 school districts were number 1, Northmont, number 2, Huber Heights, number 3, Trotwood, Miamisburg was number 4, and Vandalia Butler was number 5. So we only missed number 4 by like 7 students, so we'll work on that. One of the reasons the school continues to increase their student body, and it's because of all the visits. I think that everybody that partners with CTC is so great about taking the kids out and having an experience, and the people that do these tours when they're out there. There were over 4,277 tours this year alone for the students that came, and they had 438 chaperones from all 35 schools. So when you consider they're doing daily business and then running 4,000 students through the building as well, it's pretty impressive how well they flow and how welcoming and informed they are. So that's just one of the cool things that they try to bring that continuity back for the kids. There are course renewals every 5 years. They look at everything and decide whether it's current, whether it's needed. And there were 11 renewals and 3 new programs, and I think we got all 3, so that was cool. Pre-nursing has now beat out cosmetology, and it is their #1 category. So that's kind of new to see and a big change for them. So National Honor Society was March the 23rd, and there were 125 students inducted into their NHS. They do it a little differently because they also invite somebody from their home school as well as somebody from CTC. So there were 250 educators there to help with the students, reward them, and to celebrate with them. And they had over 1,000 people attend this ceremony. So it was really cool to see. I gotta find another picture. Okay. I'm not good with this. I would not be the kid in school if I'm on my phone. So there's a couple invitations that I have for you, and one is the FFA annual banquet is on April the 24th at 6 in the MAC building. So if you want any more information on that, I can get it for you. All the kids graduate with their home schools, and then they have a senior recognition program, and it is at UD on May the 16th at 6:30 in the evening. It's a really cool event. They have students sing, they have them speak, they're very eloquent, they have to try out. They have 13 people auditioning to speak at graduation this year. So it's really accumulation of a lot of different aspects of different schools. So that's a really neat thing to do. It does.
Oh, no.
No, it's still there somewhere. Not doing this ever again. So it is an amazing program. If you want any more information on that, I can get that for you as well. And then another one that will make you cry is they have their adult diploma program and their high school equivalent program. So these people have been out of school, came back, they have kids, they have jobs, they have everything, and they're going back because they know how important their education is. So it's a really cool event. And that is May 22nd at 6 p.m. in the multi-purpose activity room there as well. So they had 891 students attend prom on April the 5th, and a Miamisburg student was our queen. So that's kind of cool too. So those are the highlights and just some of the cool things that are going on. But thank you for letting me continue to represent you.
Mr. Maury?
If you want to know the key to keep me short, it's schedule 17 hours of board meetings the right before we meet. So I don't have a whole lot because I've been literally consumed, as the rest of my colleagues have, in interviewing superintendent candidates, which has been an interesting process and a good one. I will say to that, though, that our regional and state level elected officials are excited to participate in the meet and greet with all of our finalist candidates next week. And I heard back that the majority, if not all, have been planned to attend. And are looking forward to the opportunity to meet our candidate finalists. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Mr. Hansler.
Along with our March Mound Student of the Month, Michael Amelia, we also have building representatives as well, which include Bauer Primary School, which is Avery Moore, Bear Primary School, Gavin Whip, Jane Chance Intermediate School, Elena Walmsley, Maddox Lane is Roy Keplinger, Mark Twain Primary School, Jaden Martin, Netherview Primary School, Adalyn Pence, Miamisburg Middle School, Mia Bodicher, and Miamisburg High School, Paxton Stein. So congratulations to all of our students of the month, and and especially Mr. Michael from Miami. So, very nice.
Thank you. Mrs. Getter, Drug Free Coalition.
We didn't have a meeting this month, so I'll have something to report next time.
Okay. On to me with district news. We have a little bit of district news here. We have several staff members who have been recognized by their peers for making a difference. You may read their nominations on the district website. Congratulations to Autumn Cox, Brandon Rogers, Jessica Eichard, Carol White, and Pat Ankney. Also, 2 James Chance intermediate staff members have recently welcomed children into the world. Congratulations to Louis Wiskoski and family on the birth of Gino Kyle Wiskoski on March 21st, 2025. Congratulations Amber Landsaw and family with the birth of Theodore Archer Landsaw on April 3rd, 2025. That's all I got. And we will go to the roundtable comments. And do you want to start us off?
So I don't have a lot today. The high school is just getting ready for our exam season, so just prepping for exams and getting excited for the end of the school year in summer. Yay! No. But yeah, just thank you for everything as always, and I'm gonna pass it on to Andrew.
I also don't have too much to say. Excited to move forward with the new student board reps and kind of show them the ropes a little bit. And just kind of shout out to the students partaking in classes that deal with AP portfolio. Sophie and I are in an AP seminar we present tomorrow on a research project that we've been working on for about a month now. And then of course there's the research showcase and AP art showcase tomorrow during school too. Those will be very exciting, and then good luck to the AP research students next week as they give their 20-minute presentations to the teacher panels.
So in front of you, from the theater department, Mamma Mia is coming up on May 2nd through the 4th. Donna Roth and Caitlin Pfeiffer and Amy Brady have just done a fabulous job rebuilding our drama and theater program here in Miamisburg. We have over 50 kids involved in the production. That is amazing. So have a chance, come out. They wanted me to, I want to pass out buttons for the Mamma Mia. They've been doing a great job. It's been an interesting evening listening to them. I was putting everything together, but we didn't have a drama and theater department for a very long time. And it's nice to have that back and to really get another group of students focused and interested in something. So come on out and support them and join them. So that's all I have. Oh, and last night we had FFA banquet at the high school with our new inductees. It's a fabulous program working through Miami Valley CTC. And it was very exciting to see all the new inductees, the number of them coming into the program for next year. So very grateful for MVCTC support and continuing to offer programs to meet the needs of our kids.
Well, congratulations to our student of the month, even though Michael wasn't able to attend, and our retiree, Mr. Aylward and the jazz quartet were great. It'd be nice to have music every board meeting. The FFA banquet as well was wonderful. Tia and the students, they just do a great job. They run the entire banquet. It's really cool. So shout out to them. Shout out, we have, this is Military Family and Student Month. Here, celebration, I believe it's celebrated nationwide. We had one Purple Star school, Mound Elementary, that was named, I do believe it's been 2 years ago, maybe? Yeah, I think it's been 2 years ago. Well, this year we have been designated a Purple Star at Kinder Elementary and also the high school. And so basically the reason that they are now Purple Star schools is because they applied for this designation because, I just want to read, they consider the unique wellness and academic needs, especially while navigating the school transition. So the Purple Star Award signifies that our schools have demonstrated commitment to serving these students and families. So that's a wonderful achievement. And if you stop by Mound, Kinder, or Miamisburg High School, please congratulate them on that. And yesterday, speaking of end of the year events, we had our first scholarship luncheon, the Franklin B. Walter Scholarship that the Montgomery County ESC offers to all 16 public schools in Miamisburg, not Miamisburg, in Montgomery County. Each senior that is selected selects a teacher of just inspiration or influence. And so our recipient was Samantha Brotherton. She was awarded $1,000 in scholarship money, and she selected Mrs. Katie Lay as her teacher slash educator slash coach of influence, because Samantha is on the tennis team. So it's a wonderful event, and it really does, once that event hits, it's the CTC senior events firing up, the proms, and of course all of the awards programs that happen in Miamisburg in May. And of course graduation will be here May 17th. That's right, yes, May 17th. We lose the day. So that's it.
Alrighty, well, I would also like to thank the jazz quartet. That was nice. Pretty fancy. A little jealous of people that are musically, inclined. I am by far nothing inclined to do with music besides listening. So, and then it's awesome to hear that we had 13 applicants and how well that process went. And congratulations to Catherine and Addison. It'll be nice to meet them and join them. Thank you guys for your hard work. And then lastly, I'd just like to thank Dr. Blessing and for her hard work and time here, and wish her very well on her future endeavors. So that's all I got.
I don't have a whole lot, except thank you to our fiscal staff for getting us through another audit period with a good summary report that we were able to report back to you guys. Also, just thank you to all of our staff that have worked this week so hard on negotiations and getting everything taken care of. It was nice to have dinner with the board twice this week. So, it's been a good week. Thank you.
I'll be brief but quick. I too would like to thank Steve Allred and our jazz quartet. That was nice. Also would like to thank Deb Kelly for her 28 and a half years of service. Anytime as I've retired, anytime you retire under your own terms, that's quite an accomplishment. So thank you to her. Andrew, I noticed you got your hair cut. You're looking good. Sophia, we apologize. We knew we've been down here all week, and when you walked in, I think I was back there with Stacy, and I'm like, she's gonna freeze. So our apologies to you, because it is cold down here. But in all serious note, you went through something that we have went through as we are going through, whether it's treasurer or superintendent. Those are tough decisions. You have quality candidates from all different backgrounds, and to try to make that decision is very tough. And like I've always said, I think you guys have learned just as much from us as we're learning from you. So congratulations on another endeavor that you not only take here at Miamisburg High School, but throughout your career and whatever endeavors that you guys do. So congratulations. I know those are hard decisions. Thanks. I know I'm going to give Steve the shout out, but I know it's not Steve, but I know how far we have come over the 12 years that I've been here. To accomplish that contract with the Teamsters, and it seems like I'm glad and I'm happy for the Teamsters for their contract, and that's always an endeavor. I've been on those negotiation teams at the firehouse, and sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't, but congratulate everybody that was on that team on both sides, because that's a profession that you got to put your personal beliefs sometimes aside and come with an outcome that is best. So congratulations to them. Happy for both sides. And finally, I would also like to thank you for your years of service here, coming from Indiana over here. I know we've had conversations, multiple different conversations. I've always liked the open door policy that you've had where I could go in and say my piece, whether it was good or bad or indifferent. I wish you the best. I know Mason is a small college, it seems like, down there. But I wish you the best in your endeavors on your next chapter in your career. So congratulations, and thank you for serving the kids of Miamisburg, the community of Miamisburg, and the staff of Miamisburg. So thank you.
Sorry, Dr. Blessing, I kind of wanted to say my thanks for when you're here at your very last meeting. I haven't forgotten. But just thanks to staff. I know it's Staff Appreciation Week. We'll be delivering cookies to all staff. We wish we could deliver more, like big bonus checks, you know. But thanks to the mini grant committee as well. A lot of people that spend a lot of time choosing which staff members get those grants, and those are so helpful to our teachers. A lot of times they would be spending their own money. I just wanted to congratulate our new board reps, Catherine and Addison, and thank our current reps for all the time you spent. I know you're busy. I wanted to say congratulations to the Color Guard for placing 6th in the World Championship. I love the music. It was sitting on the dock of the bay. Congratulations to the Winds Group on their 4th place in the WGI World Champs. Their theme was Iceberg, spelled B-U-R-G. And the last song they played was from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. Just one other little thing, just because I'm a teacher and everything, I just wanted to share with our community this book called The Anxious Generation. It's about screen time, phones and social media, and their effect on children and teenagers' mental health. And I just thought some of you may be interested, and if you don't have time to read the book, Oprah has a podcast where the author presents, and that podcast is called How Social Media is Changing Childhood. And he talks about certain sites that are particularly harmful to girls, particular social media sites. And he suggests that students get off their phone and do a lot of activities. So I reached out to my 2 granddaughters, one who really doesn't want anything to do with her phone. She's a senior. She doesn't care about her phone or social media anymore. My other one, her lacrosse coach and her parents monitor her screen time. But I asked them, you know, what do you do instead? And they came up with this list of like 30 great activities that barely cost any money or just minimal amounts of money. And, you know, I was really proud to see that, you know, they realize that it's an addiction. And I just wanted to share that because I know some of our board members have read this book, and it's just full of information about, you know, how it affects the brain and mental health of teenagers and children. Okay.
I can attest that the book, The Anxious Generation, is very valuable. I did not have time to sit down and actually read the book, but I did listen to the Audible book, and boy, it was quite an eye-opener. There's also another group called Wait Till 8th, and it recommends that you don't allow your child to even have a phone until 8th grade, and I thought that was very thought-provoking as well. So thanks, Mrs. Neese, for bringing that to the meeting. I have a few congratulations. Of course, congratulations to the March Student of the Month, Michael Familia, and what an exciting little mini concert we had with the jazz quartet. That was amazing. I love the jazz song, The Little Ragtime. That was great. The Miamisburg High School Winds had a tremendous showing of 4th place at the WGI World Championship Finals. Their show, Iceberg, was breathtaking. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I think you could probably pick it up on the website. It was great. And I'm excited for the Winter Guard, who won 6th place in their competition at Worlds. A huge thank you to all the staff of our district. Each and every one of you are valued for your contribution to the education of our students. So just having a week where we think about you and deliver cookies is just a small part of our appreciation for all that you do. Best wishes to Miss Kelly as she retires from our district. That's amazing, all those great years that she gave to us. Welcome to our new student board reps, Catherine Chapman and Addison Dudley. The presentations given by all the finalists were outstanding. I think my jaw dropped after each one. They were just so professional. And I liked what Molly said about the NHS, the National Honor Society, at the Miami Valley CTC. I had the privilege of attending that, and it was very exciting to see all those students and their accomplishments. I'm happy, Katrina, for the audit. That's amazing. And so happy for the ratification of the Teamsters contract. Once again, I want you all to know how much you are valued by your board. And that's it for me. I will save my words for Dr. Blessing for later.
I want to start by congratulating the Waskowski family, or is it Waskowski? Wasaki family and the Ladshaw families on their new addition to their family. I blew that bad. Huh? Yeah, I think I did. It messed me up. But having a kid is one of the most impactful things that a parent or family can go through, and congratulations to you. That's awesome. I want to thank our generous donors every month that we're here. We're blessed to have people that are so giving in our community. I want to thank our curriculum directors for providing full online access to our board, to our curriculum materials via the spreadsheet that you keep adding to as things go. Just allow us to have a little insight into what our kids are learning. I think that level of transparency is helping. I know when I first asked for it, it might not have been something you were asked for before, but I appreciate your hard work in developing and maintaining that. To Michael, Avery, Gavin, Alana, Lori, Jaden, Adeline, Mia, and Paxton, congratulations for your achievements in our school buildings. 13 applicants, that's a lot. And you know, it's tough when you have 13 quality choices and you have to pick 2. So congratulations to you guys on taking that task on and getting that done. Thanks to our jazz quartet as well. That was great. That was a great, light, easygoing intro to the evening. It was very pleasant. And more of that would be better. And that's really all I have this evening. So thank you very much.
It's before 7.
We're 15 minutes late according to Corey.
I just want to say that when I sit here and I listen to everybody, I listen to everything. I'm so happy I live in Miamisburg. These students are so impressive in what they do and what your skills are. I swear you're all smarter than you were. I firmly believe that. But it's nice to come from a band background. I was in Guard, my husband was in band, our kids were in band and Guard, and to watch you guys perform and to listen to all the activities that go on at the high school, to have 13 people want to be here and represent is just amazing to me. So it's fun to see that, you know, we have teachers that teach for 28 years and really don't want to leave, but they're like, yeah, it's time, you know? So that means that they love their job and they love what they do. And the staff, we couldn't do this without them because they go above and beyond every day. So I'm just happy to be here, and I appreciate all that you all do as well. And I will miss Dr. Blessing because I've got to know her from many meetings and stuff, and she has just been a great community leader, and I just appreciate all you do. So thank you. Have a great night, and happy Easter, everybody.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. 7:04.
Well, not according to that clock.
I don't have a mic. Well, that's okay, you have a mic. I was, no, I was sure.
Ms. Jenner?
Probably by the electronic.
Yes. Mr. Mallory?
Yes.
Mrs. Neese? Yes. Mr. Hansler?
Yes.
Mr. Dafford?
Yes.